Hello my friends, welcome to my 9th installment of things to see and do in Paris. Today we're visiting Montmartre. I hope you enjoy it. It's mainly to see places where artists lived and played more than anything else. So let's start here at the famous Bateau Le Voir. This, although it's not the original building because the original was burnt down many years ago, nevertheless, this is the address where Picasso first moved to when he moved to Paris. He and many other artists who didn't have 2 coins to rub together, they shared beds in tandem. One would sleep during the day, the other would sleep at night. That way they could keep their costs down so that they could go and spend it on some alcohol in one of the many bars here in Montmartre. Even though it's been rebuilt, we get many tourists coming to visit this address. At the top of the hill, you'll be able to see Basilica Sacré-Cœur. I am not walking up those steps, so I'm going to catch the funicular to get up there, and we'll have a view over Paris from the lookout. Well, here we are at the foot of the Basilica Sacré-Cœur in Montmartre. I'm going to swing around and we'll have a look at Paris. Overcast skies, but we can't pick and choose the weather. It's a city of 8 million people. And I think half of them are here today. Well, we've come around to the rear of the Basilica, down a little bit of a hill, and we've arrived at Le Lapin Agile. This cabaret is the oldest in Paris. It was once owned by Aristide Bruant, and I'm pretty sure you've seen his portrait, which was painted by Toulouse-Lautrec. Many of the aspiring artists of the day came here to have a cheap drink and a bowl of soup. This restaurant's been here since 1860 in one form or another. It is a place for tourists to come and see at night. They do have cabaret artists singing all the traditional songs. As I swing around, you will see the only vineyard left in all of Paris. They make a few bottles of wine It's not very big, but it's a vineyard and the only one in Paris. We are looking at what were the studios of Toulouse-Lautrec at number 5 Rue Tourlaque in Montmartre. Back in the day, there were so many prospective artists plying their trade in Montmartre, which is a magnificent part of Paris. Some of the buildings are just wonderful. The whole atmosphere in Montmartre still has that old world charm. We're standing outside a very famous restaurant in Montmartre called Le Moulin de la Galette. This was made famous by Auguste Renoir. Some of his paintings hang inside and some copies, but a very famous restaurant. Unfortunately, I can't show you the Moulin, which is the windmill, because it's under construction, or reconstruction I should say. Never mind, the restaurant is thriving, it's full of people. I'm not allowed in to film, but never mind. We're in Montmartre. This is one of the famous restaurants. Just a little bit of history of Le Moulin de la Galette. All self-explanatory. Montmartre is one of the main districts for restaurants, cabarets, nightclubs. There are so many, and they're all well attended. Food is always good. Entertainment is always good. We are just off Place du Tertre. We're going to walk through it. We're going to go to a little museum. Well, here we are. We're at the Dali Museum in Montmartre, just around the back of Place du Tertre. If you come to eat at Place du Tertre, which is packed today, pop in, see this lovely little museum. There are lots of his pieces, and it's definitely enjoyable. We've arrived at 54 Rue Lepic in Montmartre. On the 3rd floor of this apartment building lived Theo van Gogh, the brother of Vincent van Gogh. Vincent stayed with him for 2 years or 3 years, and stood at the window and did some paintings. And as you can see, little tours stopping, and the guide is explaining to them in Spanish, in actual fact, the history of Vincent van Gogh and his stay here in Paris. His brother Theo actually sponsored Vincent for quite a few years when Vincent didn't have 2 coins to rub together. So it was Theo who helped sell his paintings, and then when Theo died, it was Theo's wife who continued to make Vincent van Gogh famous. It doesn't matter where in Montmartre you walk, there are always little areas that are so busy with restaurants, People always coming and going. That's Montmartre for you. So many little areas that are so interesting. Well, my friends, thank you for joining me on this little walking tour around Montmartre. We're finishing off here at the Moulin Rouge. Don't ask me what the barriers are there for, but obviously they're expecting lots of people tonight. Please don't forget to give me a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me get around to much more people on YouTube world. So here we are at the Moulin Rouge, saying goodbye for this time. Keep smiling, stay positive. Until next time, bye for now.